going on, guys? Another Shed Chronicle episode with these two, Matt and Jed Lee.
What's up?
Couple fellas that I look up to, respect, and just genuine people, like one of my favorites. So I'm excited to do this episode, but Matt just informed me, little turd, he just sold a whole bunch of his sheds, but they have a couple of them still here, couple awesome looking stuff, and I'm excited to show it off. And just real quick, just take a look at this loft. Look how cool it is. You got trophies, football, heads, everything. Got bison, everything. And then he has his dog down there, and Cope.
Yep.
And then you guys are studs. I love this room. But I'll let these guys take over, and we'll see how it goes.
All right, guys. So, as kind of Shed Chronicle style, we're going to start out with first shed ever. Well, this isn't my first shed ever. It's my first shed I ever found when I actually went shed hunting. Found a couple, like as Wes has said, just out hunting. I mean, you stumble on them all the time. But this one right here, first shed I ever found. It was actually about a quarter mile from my house. I went out. I had a Facebook page at the time. I was like 12, and followed people like Antler Trader and things like that, and saw that they were out hiking and picking up sheds. So I was like, I see deer around here. Maybe there's some horns. So I went out, found this guy.
How long were you hiking before you found it?
Maybe 10 minutes.
You turd.
I found it, and actually that day, I was spoiled. I don't think anybody had hiked that hill in years. Found about 12 or 13 brown deer sheds and a couple chalks.
It's kind of like myself, just beginner's luck, dude.
Yeah, stupid luck. Like, I brought them home, like, threw them all, like, outside under a tree and was like, oh, that's stupid. It's, like, super easy, but I was like, I can find horns without killing animals, and I don't have to wait to do it once a year, you know? So, that's kind of what started the addiction, and after I started shed hunting more and more, I decided to go out and pick up those sheds from my yard and to bring them inside, because they were a lot harder to find after my beginner's luck. So, yeah, so there's that shed. And then, as a disclaimer, I don't find very many elk sheds. Just going to be straight honest. Probably only ever found about 50 or 60.
Only 50 or 60 elk sheds. No big deal.
I've only really been shed hunting for about 3 years, honestly. 3 or 4 years.
Like committed shed hunting years?
Committed, like, shed hunting.
Spring
Yeah.
is the time to, you know.
Yeah. So, the bulk of what you're going to see are deer sheds, and then I have a couple small elk sheds. So
Small elk sheds that are just freaks.
So that shed right there that he just showed you, and then another elk set and a couple moose horns are the only ones that we have from previous years. All these are this year. Every single one we have to show you. So
yeah, so like an idiot, I sold, and I will never do it again.
When did you sell?
About a month ago. Sold.
We got the wife here.
Hi.
Jess is the best. Yeah, sold about 250, 300 sheds.
Oh.
That were all kind of the keeper status, I guess you could say.
To pay for wedding stuff?
Pay for wedding stuff.
we went
Moving
to
out.
Oklahoma,
We
too.
went on a pig hunt in Oklahoma. I bought a side-by-side. Like, the money went
It
well
went
spent,
to some good stuff.
but I regret it. So, these sheds are kind of just some fun ones that we found. Nothing crazy.
It was like January. I wanted to get out and look for some bucks this year that I could maybe pick up their browns. And it was like mid-January, and I'm hiking up to this ridge to see if I could glass. And first brown of the year was in January.
It's a stud 3. Look at that G2.
And found this guy. Jed found this guy like 100 yards from it.
Yeah,
Is that the same buck?
Looks like it.
could be. Pedicles are very similar, but yeah, this one I found about in August on the deer hunt. I was stalking a buck. My brother was on the ridge that I was hiking to when I found this, and I was hiking up, and right at the bottom of the
He
ridge,
gets busted on the stalk.
yeah, I busted the stalk with my bow. Got winded, hiking up, and I found this like 100 yards from the ridge. So
He
yeah.
comes running down. I found a horn. The buck ran off
I
like
was
a
just gonna say,
shed.
just blew the buck, but
So yeah, those are the two big threes.
Then you guys These are my first sheds of the year, this year.
Studs.
Nice 4 points. This one was on my first hike. Second hike, got a cool little cheater, but yeah, just a solid, probably like 165, 170 buck. Nothing crazy, but heck.
Look how chocolate they are.
Yeah.
I love that.
Timber bucks up here in the pines, man. And I don't know if you guys think I'm weird, but I smell the sheds. Like when I find them, I'm like, he does every time he finds one, he's over there.
I've never seen you do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Only on browns. I won't smell a chocolate or hard white, but like this brown, believe it or not, smells like pine sap white.
Bull crap. I gotta smell that.
Like up by the cheater. I don't know if you can get a whiff of it or not.
I don't know if it smells like your pretty cologne.
Okay. I'll save that pile kind of for the last. This set,
I can't believe these are all just from this year though. Just
probably like a 170 buck honestly.
They're like piled on top of each other.
Nothing crazy. He's got some cool character. He's just perfect. I think. Like if I were to see this buck on the hoof,
His eye
he just
guards,
has a
his
cool
mask,
frame to him.
yeah, just
He has a boxy frame,
boxy frame,
eye guards,
solid
mask.
G2s,
ivory tips.
ivory tips. He's kind of weird right there. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh
too
yeah,
well.
check that out.
But I love the veins on the back of sheds. Like
Yeah,
when I see veins on like sheds, it just
does something to you.
Yeah. makes me feel some kind of way. Okay, so this buck. Oh, this is kind of a funny story. I don't know if I want to take time to tell the whole story. I'll speed it up. My first client ever guiding this
And
year.
wait, who do you guide for?
R&K Hunting Company, guide firm up here in Colville. Went out on a limb, tried it this year, absolutely love it. I think I'm going to guide for the rest of my life, be a mountain bum, but
That's awesome, dude.
first client ever had, she was from Nebraska. She was about 65 years old. Couldn't walk. She hurt her ankle. Had hearing aids and glasses. And
Give her a
couldn't.
little shout out. What's her name?
I'm
My bad.
Way to go! Got him in trouble.
I can't remember her name, to be honest. I know this is terrible. But she brought a bow and wanted to kill a 170-inch buck with her bow.
There you go.
Wow. At the age of 65?
Yeah, but couldn't hike, couldn't hear, couldn't see. She was super nice, like the most kind lady you've ever met.
Wow, how cool.
But first day, we pull up around this bend, and there's a bachelor group of bucks, and there's probably a couple pushing 170 standing there. I was like, are you kidding me? So I was like, okay, I'm going to drive off, and we're going to stop about 20 yards down here, and we're going to slowly walk up. So I drive past them, they're just looking, they start feeding again. Wait like 20 minutes, start walking back up. They're standing there, and they see us walking, and they kind of start to walk off. And when quarters away, I love a quartering away shot with a bow. And it was 24 yards. I was like, perfect, take it. And she's like, it's not broadside. I was like, that's a great shot. It's like a soft quartering away shot. I think it's better than broadside. And she refused. I walked over the hill. Long story short, she shot like 7 or 8 arrows that week. Never hit a buck. But she was awesome. She had shot opportunities. Was at full draw like 20 times. But we were driving down the road, and I was just looking for sheds. I was like road hunting, but I was looking for sheds the whole time. And no joke, I see these sheds laying like this. No, it was, yeah, like that. No, they were both tines up because they're both white, I guess. Like this. And
I didn't even notice that one had an inline.
yeah,
That's
this
awesome.
one had a little inline,
But it broke.
but my dog chewed it, to be honest. I was trying to train him. So, laying there, I throw up my binos and I say, look, that's some deer sheds. And we're like 400 or 500 yards away. I could just see them. It's like red dirt, like pinyon juniper type stuff. They're just glowing. She couldn't believe that I spotted sheds from that far away. And yeah, so this little guy is probably the coolest buck I've ever found.
I found this side. Credit.
Yeah,
Credit.
I found this side.
Give a little bro credit.
Yeah.
He found the big side though, so it's cool.
Coolest buck.
He is way cool, dude.
Crazy
Look at that character.
Crazy potential. Like, I'm guessing like a 3-year-old deer, maybe 4. and just points on points, like gonna have something here, gonna have something here, something here, something here, something back off here,
there.
something off here. Like, I've never seen this buck again, and I found this buck fairly close to my house. Yeah, I stumbled onto him.
We drilled holes in it for rattling.
Yeah, we tried rattling deer this year. Okay, I'll start to go with some of these. So, first shed I'm gonna show, I did not find.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys know Sawyer Ted or Sheds for Santa,
Mhm.
but I participated in that and bought a couple, 2-3 sheds from them on these auctions, and I didn't think this shed was that big in the pictures, and I purchased it, and when they brought it to me, it's just unreal. Like,
It's giant.
how could somebody sell
Look at that. Look at the inline. And then it splits off.
Yeah.
What?
I was thinking, I was like, I could probably try and take credit and nobody would ever find out. Like, oh yeah, I found it up here. No, I didn't. Yeah, bought it on an auction, and
It's our favorite.
probably one of my favorite sheds, and I didn't even find it. I'm not even that attached, like, that way to it, but just a crazy cool mule deer. Like,
Heck yeah, dude. Check that out.
So,
Look how close he comes back right here.
so big, I think.
And look at the
Well,
vein on the back, too.
Yeah.
just stupid big.
Like all palmated right there, too.
I taped him out, and he's like 88 inches gross. Like, what?
Who sells something like that?
I don't know. Somebody who's very
They're probably going
generous.
to watch this and be like, I should have
Yeah.
never sold that.
Bro, should get.
But grateful for Sheds for Santa. A little plug for Sawyer and what he does. I just look up to that dude. I'll let Jed take it away with this typically found deer hunting again. Archery
Okay,
hunt.
so this is my biggest shed to date for deer, at least.
Dude, that is a stud tip.
We taped him out at 85?
82.
82 inches typical. And so what happened was, it was opening morning of the muzzleloader hunt. Me and my dad walked this road that I found this 5 feet off of. Walked past it. We get up on the top road because it kind of made a switchback, and we look back and there's some bucks, and I shot the buck I killed this year across both roads because it was up in the mountains, dirt roads. There's nobody up there. I shot across both roads, hit it. It fell about 10 feet off the road. So we walked the road back, and my dad's guiding me to it because it was kind of in a thicket. And I'm walking over to it, and I start screaming at the top of my lungs because I see this thing laying in the wide open.
You don't even care
I'm
about
like,
the
Dad,
deer.
Dad, and he's like, you found it, and start walking down. I was like, Dad, you gotta look at this shed. He's like, where's your deer? I was like, I don't know. So we ended up finding the deer about 5 minutes later, but yeah, found that on the muzzleloader hunt for opening day, about 5 feet off. So how come I couldn't see it from the road was there's a piece of sagebrush covering the base and tines. But when you walked around that sagebrush, it was in the wide open, but...
That's awesome. Don't even care about the deer you just shot, but you're freaking out about a
Oh,
shed.
yeah. He's big. He's my favorite.
That's awesome.
Alright. Next shed. I found this one last week. You guys might have seen it.
Look at the beam.
Yeah, just stupid big. 26.5 inches. And that's no bull. Like, I taped it out myself. Like,
No, you, like, even in the camera, you can tell. Like that is beam for days.
He started screaming like a girl last week. Dude, I found a huge...
so we're taking my brother-in-law and his friend shed hunting for the first time.
And they wanted to get out.
So we take him to a spot that just gets pounded. Like we're not gonna find any sheds. We'll just get out, hike with these dudes, and because I like introducing people to the outdoors. I'm like, shed hunting is a great way to get your feet wet. So
Oh,
we
but
went-
you're taking them to just a pounded
Yeah,
spot.
we don't want him to get spoiled like he did.
No, I got you.
And I was like, we could find 2 or 3 sheds, you know, and
We ended up finding 9.
yeah, first 3 minutes, my brother-in-law who doesn't hunt, we love you, Ryan, don't take this personal, doesn't hunt, doesn't shoot or anything, and he's walking, he's like the most sarcastic, dry humor dude ever, and he's like, hey, I found one. I'm like, shut up.
He's like, I really think it's a shed. I
we're
don't
like
know.
in a line, like pushing the sagebrush. Like, found one. I go walking over there. It's a sweet 4-point. I'm like, what?
It's brown too, laying in the snow.
Like, no way. Seriously, 5 minutes later, his friend who never found a shed. Oh, there's one.
Clear
we
up
look
on the
over.
hill.
Oh my gosh.
It's
another
like
brown
closer
4-point.
to me than
And we're like, we're getting face crushed by these guys. They came out here and they're like, did you
Karma,
guys...
dude.
Yeah, dude. They're like, did you guys plant these? Like, this is so easy. And we're like, no, we didn't plant these. And anyways, we hiked for about 3 or 4 hours. I ended up finding 5 sheds. Jed found 2.
Mm-hmm.
And
They found 2.
they found 2.
Well, they each found 1.
We were hiking down off this face, and I don't know why I was like prompted. You know when you get that feeling like, oh, there could
You
be
get
shit.
horny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horny detective. Like that kind of thing. I like just stop and I like throw up my glass, and I had walked right past it, and all I see is like this bright button just like sitting there. I was like, oh, that looks like a shed. Like focus my binos because it was like 30 yards from me, and I just see this fork and this. I was like, oh, it's a side-by-side set. Take like 2 more steps, look down. I was like, no, that's one freaking horn. It's like, Jed! Like, look at this! I go like skipping down there thinking somebody's gonna race me to it. Like, and I hadn't seen anybody up there.
He
Get down there.
freaking out.
It's like, oh! Like, spent like 3 different days up there hiking. Never
Oh,
found the
dude.
other side. But if you have the other side, please let me know. I'll buy it. But yeah, sweet shed.
That beam is crazy, dude.
Made the year for me for shed hunting. This shed and the next shed I'm about to show you. Really trying to go for quality, like over quantity this year. So I've been scouting for like 1 or 2 bucks, and I haven't found my big buck yet. But fingers crossed.
You'll get it, bro. You'll
Snow's
get it.
still melting. There's still about 4 inches where he is, so hopefully he's hit. And then this guy, just
Ridiculous
I
is
don't-
what you could say.
I don't know what to say.
It's like he kind of has a short beam, but then he's massy, and then
It
but
looks,
he doesn't. Yeah,
it
like,
looks short,
It's
but
like
it's not.
23 and a half, which isn't tiny, but compared, I don't even know. He's just,
he's so cool.
he's
It's
so-
like he's small, but he isn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just got super lucky with this guy.
Look at the ridge on that, though.
Yeah, that vein is just like it's got some mass.
He's got one of those spaces that you can almost say a pop can about. But not quite, but close. He's big.
Yeah, he's
He's
He's-
pretty decent forked too.
yeah.
Like that
What
back
did
one
he
for
take?
sure.
87
He was over 88, surprisingly.
as a
Yeah.
typical.
That
So-
thing is gnarly, dude. The mass, like
Jason
when you actually
Siege
look at it.
actually scored this buck for me. I went
That's
and had
awesome.
him score it. So that dude knows his horns.